Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest episode number 13 reaction. So the previous episode we had a few things happen. First and foremost, Makarov got all like possessed by what's his name? Wraith, and he got to know later on that Makarov was actually he was actually part of Fairy Tail, and what happened in his past, how he lost his life, and in the end that makes him lose his motivation to fight, and Makarov got like a last chance to see his friend again. So it was like a nice little emotional scene. So that was what was happening there. Over there, Jalal got defeated by Erza literally doing nothing and tying him up. And Laxas defeats Kirie. And Kirie tried to cut his strength, but Laxas doesn't think of himself as strong, so it didn't work. And now Erza will be confronting Laxas, while over there Natsu has gone to the middle town where he thought the last boss will be, and turns out the last boss is actually over there, which is Toka. And Toka kind of like gets up and hugs Natsu, so we don't know if this is actually Toka or if this is the White Witch, a White Mage trying to, trick Natsu. We'll see. So let us get started. Episode 13. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. Yeah. Natsu versus. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, this whole thing. Putting them into cards. Oh yeah, this is also happening. Yep. Yeah, this is the situation. Mm, yeah. Okay. Well, everyone is looking at us as enemies, so Yeah. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it won't work on the Ash guy either. Damn. This is a bad matchup again. We need someone with water or wind to fight against the Ash guy. Not necessarily. Yeah. No, this is a bit tricky. Like I said, the matchup is bad. Wow. Uh, yep. Yeah. She's like, wait, there's two personality? Bruh. I feel bad for her. Yo. not wrong. Yeah, Natsu doesn't even remember her. Whatever happened, like. Hmm. Scarlet Showdown. Okay, we're gonna see Elsa's battle today. Yeah, there you go. There we go. What? What is happening? Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah. Wait a minute. So she is an Exceed. I've seen her tail before. That's not Natsu. She's an Exceed. Otherwise, why would she like happy? It makes no freaking sense. Barrel. That's why we saw that tail that she had. Oh, she thought Natsu's a dragon. She thought Natsu's a dragon. And she thought Happy was not. Wow, that is hilarious. Oh, oh no, more misunderstanding. He told his name. Yeah, this is what happened. Out of context stuff. Hmm. Yeah. Second biggest. Yeah, the whole white wage. Yep. Yep, she's the next seed. Otherwise, why would she like Happy? It would make no sense. This is the tale we have seen before in 2 episodes. I was like, what's that tale? Is she an Exceed? Yeah, Happy. What about Carla? Oh my god. Yeah, bro. Oh my god, happy. Wow, that was crazy. Okay. Oh, damn. Yeah, he's too damn strong. God damn. What the hell do we do here? Okay, so speed. Yeah, she brought. Damn. Oh. Oh. Okay. And that's why it's called Scarlet Battle because both of them are red. Not only Erza. Oh my god. Kick to the face. Yeah, the lightning is messing with them, with her. Yeah, dodge it. Yeah, she's more of she's speed in this form. Oh god. Oh. What, did she not know that they're from the same guild? Oh, I guess that makes sense because he didn't. She didn't know who Laxus was. Whoa, what the hell? Dual wielding? Oh, damn. Okay, damn. What? Yeah. Yo, he got even more pissed. Yeah, this is a bit tough. Well, Kiria got off easy because she directly targeted Elsa's strength, and Elsa was susceptible to that. But this is like actual fighting with no bars held. Oh boy. Oh, yo, they're punching each other or using. Yo. Oh, they're actually punching now at this point. God damn. Oh, requip? Yeah, this is crazy. She's got swept away by the force in itself. Oh. Okay, is the orb even like okay? I think it's broken already. Like with the amount of shockwaves going through the whole thing. The orb is probably already broken, so. Uh, I'm guessing. That she can get even stronger after this? Oh, on that. Okay, okay. Hmm. Makes sense. Yeah. She can go to the do the 100 years quest reassured, yeah. Okay, did he like break out of his mind control or oh, he's just tired? Okay, now we can put him into a card. You stop, no. Yeah, she's gonna now try to. Oh god. Oh no, she broke it. Great. Right. Fantastic. Oh boy. Yes, the Titans are coming. Yeah. Guys, I think you need to start moving. Yeah, we cannot let anyone get to this. Well, now at least she. Yeah. Oh, great. Here we go. She's back. Oh boy. Hmm. Oh, she's back to her human form. Yeah. Why is she calling him Sama? She's white mage, isn't she? Oh, great. And I'll move. Oh, God. This ain't good. Hmm. Yeah. Damn. No, this is the white mage. Yeah. Is that why she can take this form? Ah. Yeah, I was wondering. Well, she won't answer the question. Great. Wait, what are you doing? Um, uh, we're not. Oh, wait, is that heavy? What the hell just happened? Oh, is that Alderon's power? Oh, oh, that's Alderon's power, I think. Yeah, yeah. How did she think of that? Like, ah, that yeah, that makes so much sense because she's literally standing there and she's not breaking it. There must be a reason behind it, and this is why. Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that. Hmm. Alright, for now we need to retreat. Well, you cannot touch it. Like, can she not like throw something from a distance? You know, like even if she can't touch it on her own, like some kind of weapon, like throw it or like whack it with a sword or something or a club. Right. Because yeah, it's true. Like she's literally standing there. Why is she not breaking the orb? Why is she waiting for someone to come to break the orb? Because of this. It would have been like it would have been a disaster if Happy missed and the orb just like just shattered on the ground. That would have been a tragedy, bro. Huh. Hmm. And that was today's episode. So we got a few, a few things happens today. First and foremost, the biggest information: Toka's a cat, or I'm assuming an exceed. um, and it makes so much sense. Like the misunderstanding, it makes more sense now. She thought Happy was Natsu, and like stuff like that. Um, there you go. So now that misunderstanding is out, Toka, showed her true form, and this has been hinted from which episode I don't remember, but it was hinted in that episode where we I think like Gajil followed Toka to her home. It was hinted over there. We saw her tail over there. There was a section where we saw her tail in Fairy Tail as well. She was there and we saw her tail. So, I was like, there's something about her. She's like an exceed or something like that, you know. And now, as soon as she like showed that flashback, and she was like, "Oh, there's been a misunderstanding," it clicked in my head, and I'm like, "Okay, this makes more sense now." Like it has been hinted she's an exceed from the beginning, and it would make sense. She was mistaking Natsu for Happy, so it's not Natsu the one who she likes; it's Happy, and it would make sense because Happy is an exceed just like her. Um, so yeah, there you go. That answers the question. Right, and so we got that revelation today, and then we had the Urza versus Laxus fight. Obviously, Urza lost. And it is something that I also expected. I think in the previous episode I kind of said that I don't think Urza will be able to defeat Laxus, and there you go. That's exactly what happened. And Kiria was like, "Oh, perfect opportunity. These two have knocked each other out. Let me just break the orb." And she breaks the orb. So that's that, I guess. And like now she'll probably try to, as she said, she'll probably try to eat Laxus, but like someone needs to come there before that happens. And I feel like it's perfect opportunity for Lucy and her group to come and Lucy to actually put Laxus in the card, because Laxus is knocked out now, so it will be easy to put him in the card now. So let's wait and see what happens over there. And also the final section where Happy literally chugs the orb towards Toka when Toka was trying to take away Natsu's power. And okay, so I was so confused. At first I thought Happy's trying to break the orb, and I'm like, why is he trying to do that? But then when the orb goes and hits Toka, it hits her quite hard. Like Happy threw it quite hard, I'm assuming, and I guess it would. At first, I was like, how did Happy get so strong? Like he just chucked this orb that fast, and then I remembered, Happy literally carries Natsu everywhere. Obviously, he's strong. No wonder he can just carry Natsu around everywhere, fly around everywhere. He definitely is very strong. So it would make sense. The amount of force he put into the orb would make sense. Because he's quite strong. He literally carries Natsu around. So yeah, and that kind of affected Toka and the and it kind of makes sense because as she said, she cannot really touch the orb, and that's why she's making others do the job. Otherwise, she's just there. She can easily just go and break the orb. Why is she not doing that? Because she cannot. But that, like I said, that brings a lot of questions in my head. Can she not use like a, I don't know, like some kind of a weapon or some like thing like a club or a sword to slice the orb in half or like break it or something? Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't have that amount of power or something. Or I don't know, like do something. I'm sure there's like a lot of way to remotely attack the orb and break it. Or maybe just she probably just thought that's easier for it'll be easier to make others break the orb instead of her just going everywhere and trying to break it using a weapon. I don't know, but either way, yeah. So now, like that, the orb touched her. She's like kind of crystallizing or something, and like plants are coming out of her. So yeah, it's Alderon's power, I'm assuming. Hmm. and that is also why she needs them to break the orb before she wants to take Alderon's power. She cannot otherwise. Yeah. So yeah, for now, have we retreated with Natsu, which was a good idea because they cannot really do anything in this situation. Yeah, so next we confront Toka, we need to be careful to not come close to her. You know, like something like that. All right. And yeah, that was today's episode. Elsa vs. Laxus fight was very good. As we saw, like Elsa's strong, but Laxus is like in a completely different league. And and as Elsa says, that this kind of makes me like a lot more like um like reassured that everything will be fine. The defense of Fairy Tail will be okay, even though I'm not there. Which is true, like yeah. And Laxus is, like Laxus has always been strong, but Elsa didn't really know if he would be able to stand his ground, I guess. But now that this has happened, she's like, yeah, you know what? I'm finally, like reassured that everything will be okay. Um, and if when I'm not in Fairy Tail, while I'm doing my 100 years quest, the defense for Fairy Tail will at least be maintained. Because Luxus is stronger than Elsa. It's pretty obvious, as we saw. Especially after he got that power from, like the battle, the whole Alvarez, as he said, like I got this power from Alvarez. Um, the red lightning power or whatever. Yeah. And there you go. That was today's episode. Um, okay, that was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to see Gray, Juvia, Kana, and Lucy talking about what to do in this situation. Like the fact that they, like each and every one of them are fighting amongst like the Diablos and themselves. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So they're like, where should we go? Because they're like, Mira Jane is fighting, like that guy, the Ash guy. Elfman is fighting the armor guy. So like they're busy with that. So what can we do? We cannot really go there and try to fight them, because if we do that, Mira Jane and Elfman will try to attack us. So unless and until they take care of them, we cannot really move in this situation. So like I guess in the end they decided to wait for Mira Jane to take out the Ash guy and like Elfman the armor guy. But here's the thing, I don't think they'll be able to. Mira Jane is strong, we know that, but like I feel like fighting that guy, what's his name? The Ash guy, Scullion or something like that. Fighting him is a bit tricky. We need like particular people to fight him. Like there needs to be like a compatibility, as we saw before. Just fighting him normally won't really do, because he can literally make anything into ash while he himself can turn into ash. So how do you even fight him? Water and wind might work. That's why like Wendy's power actually worked out. Like water will also work, because like I guess ash, if it gets wet, it will just it'll be get heavy and like a clump. So maybe water and wind might work, but I don't think Mira Jane has any of those powers, does she? I don't remember. Her Satan soul, does any of her Satan soul have that power? I don't remember. We'll see. But unless and until we do something like that, it's difficult to defeat the Ash guy in particular. So I don't know. Like they'll probably have to wait for a bit. But while they're waiting, like they cannot really do anything in this situation as well, because first and foremost, Juvia is lacking power. Lucy can fight, I guess. Gray can fight as well. But I guess Kana as well. But Kana, yeah. But to knock out these crazy strong people is going to be difficult. And not only that, Diablos is also here fighting, so it's going to be like a very difficult situation. So they'll have to just wait unless and until like the Fatal members do the job, and then we have to knock them out and put them into the cards. Right. So everyone's like, everything will be fine. Mira Jane will take care of it. But we'll see. Also, Here Kana kind of talks about Toka, and he's like, oh, like, turns out there's someone who likes Natsu. And it's a kind of prodding Lucy about it, and Lucy's like, you know what? Like, yeah, that's all well and good, but this is Natsu we're talking about. He he doesn't understand any of this. Which is true, she's not wrong. Now all Natsu thinks about is, I don't know, fighting and eating, I guess. That's all that he wants. Right. So yeah, that's why Lucy's like, I don't know about that though. Okay. Anyways, so then after that, immediately after that, to like dispel the whole misunderstanding, they show that scene where Toka's like hugging Natsu, and then Toka's like, oh, like, sorry, like, wrong person. Yeah. And Natsu's like, wait, who are you? Do I remember? Do I know you? And then Toka's like, yeah, wrong person. You're not the person that I was talking about. And then she looks at Happy and she's like, oh, Natsu-sama, there you are. And Happy's confused. Natsu's confused. Happy's like, what? I'm not Natsu. What are you on about? Then Toka gets confused. Toka's like, okay, you're not Natsu. And then she tells her story. She's like, yeah, I was trapped in a barrel. I saw Natsu come and save me. How did the misunderstanding happen? Turns out, obviously, she's an exceed. The person that she liked will probably be another exceed. So, Natsu was being carried by Happy. She thought Happy was actually riding on top of Natsu. I guess it makes sense. It's easy to like misunderstand that, because the way Natsu was just like roaring like a dragon, she thought Natsu was a dragon, and she thought Happy was Natsu. Happy was riding on top of Natsu, even though that wasn't the case. Happy was carrying Natsu. She didn't realize that. So that's all she saw. She saw Happy riding on top of Natsu, coming and defeating everyone. And then when everyone, like was like, wait a minute, where's that part? Wait, who were they giving the? Oh, the okay, the bad guys, the villains, those the people who were like transporting them. They asked him like, "Oh, what is your name?" And Natsu was eating, so he couldn't really talk. He like almost choked in his food. So Happy was like, Natsu, you cannot even, like you're eating. Let me introduce you on behalf of you. And then he says, Natsu. And Toka in the barrel was thinking at that exact time, I wonder what the Happy's name is. And Happy says Natsu, so she automatically assumed that his name was Natsu. So in Toka's head, Natsu is obviously Happy, who is Natsu, was riding on top of a dragon, which was Natsu, and came in and saved her. So that was what she saw and what she understood. And that is why this is a whole ass misunderstanding. So Toka's like, oh, so that wasn't the case? So you're not Natsu? You're Happy and this is Natsu? And then Toka's like, okay then. Then she starts hugging Happy and she's like, oh, Happy, like, like, I finally met you. And then she apologizes and she's like, I'm sorry, like, this is my second biggest mistake in my life. Obviously, the first mistake being letting the white mage into her body in itself. So this is where she's like, all right, you know what? Let me show you guys my true form. And she becomes an exceed. I do wonder if there's a significance. It seems like she's wearing like a tiara or something. I don't know what that. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh, that's literally the tiara that she has on her head, even in her human form. I think, yeah. Okay, anyways. So yeah, she turns into an exceed. Both Happy and Natsu are just like, what the hell is happening? Right. It's hilarious because up until then, Happy was barely didn't even care because she was in her human form. And now that she turned into an exceed, Happy's like, oh, you're a cat. And she starts blushing and everything. And Happy's like, oh, this is not that bad, like maybe, like maybe I just accept her like confession. And Nux is like, bruh, what about Charles? And he's like, yeah, like I don't know. Who's that? Is that what she says? Wait a minute. He's like, who's that? Oh my god, that is crazy. Yo, absolutely insane. Okay. Anyways, all that aside, so yeah, this is like the misunderstanding has been cleared, and while all of this is happening over there, Erza is fighting Laxus. So the Erza versus Laxus fight happens. Obviously, Laxus is extremely strong. Laxus is literally breaking the armor by attacking it. So Erza's like, armor won't do. Obviously, like she was using the armor because she thought like it was a lightning resistance armor, so she thought it was going to work. Not really working. Lightning resistance doesn't work. The amount of lightning he uses, it's just getting broken. So she's like, yeah, instead of just wearing this heavy armor and limiting my movements, let me switch into a more nimble one, which is obviously I forget the that dresser's name, but the one where she has the sarashi, like bound, and with the red pants and the sarashi and the katana, that one. She always uses that whenever she needs like speed. So she changes into that. So armor won't work. So why limit her movement by wearing an armor? Just move, like change into the one which is more nimble. She does that. Along with that, she has obviously the lightning dragon. No, what did she call? Yeah, the dragon slayer sword thing. True Benizakura, she calls it. And yeah, so this is where Laxus is like, all right, you know what? Let me show you my true power as well. So he unleashes his new formed strength power, which is the what did he call it? Like the red lightning or something? Yeah, he picked it up by chance in the Battle of Alvarez. So this one's a tough one. He literally attacks Erza, and not only the blunt trauma that she's getting, but the lightning is also affecting her. So she is, however, since she's wearing this dress, she is dodging a few of the attacks and like dealing damage to Laxus, but it's negligible. Most of the attacks that she's getting hit with is just like wrecking her completely. you know so this kind of goes in for a little while. Obviously, it's not as if Erza is only getting beaten up. She also like deals a little bit of damage to Laxus, like now and then, here and there, kind of slashes him. But it seems like it's not even like bothering Laxus, but Laxus, the punches and the kicks that he's throwing is actually like damaging Erza, it seems like. you know so this is happening while Kiria's like, what the hell am I watching? These two are monsters. And it makes sense because she never got to fight Erza in her true form, because she just cut off her strength. So that's why she's getting to see her true power. Either way, then Erza brings out the other sword as well. She's dual wielding. She's enchanting it with Wendy's magic. One is the fire dragon slayer flame, and the other one is the ice. Like the ice sword. So one from Grey, one from Natsu, and yeah, she goes and slashes like Laxus, but it doesn't work. Laxus punches her. Yeah, there you go. This continues for a while, and then finally, like the swords are not even working. Then they start fist fighting. Then Laxus throws like a javelin towards Erza. Erza gets hit. So yeah, this continues, and then Erza just falls, and Erza's like, God damn it, you got me. So he's smiling, she's smiling. Laxus is like, why are you smiling? And Erza, this is where Erza says that, you know what? I was thinking Erza was going to say something like, oh, like this shows that I'm nowhere near strong enough, So, like I have a long way to go, or something like that. I thought she was going to say. But she says that I'm glad about the fact that this makes me like reassured that Fairy Tail is in good hands. She was always concerned while going on the 100 Years quest, what is going to happen to Fairy Tail, who's going to protect it, But now that she's seeing firsthand that Laxus is this strong, she's like, I'm glad that the fact that you can even beat me shows me that you are perfect to be the defense for Fairy Tail while I'm off doing my own thing. So yeah, obviously she's like, for now I've been defeated. So later, when everything will be okay, at least I will be reassured that Fairy Tail is in good hands, and I'll be able to go on my journey with Nasu's group. You know, yeah. So, and then by saying this, she kind of falls unconscious. Laxus is also smiling, and he also falls unconscious. So both of them falls unconscious. Kiria, taking this opportunity, breaks the whole damn orb. Makes sense. Obviously, that was her goal from the very beginning. So there you go. And now she's like, oh, I'm going to eat Laxus. I don't think that's obviously going to happen. I wonder how, like what's going to happen. Like, who's going to come? Will someone come and intervene here? Or, or whatever is going to happen. We'll see. Either way, no, that's the whole thing. Now, when Elsa was saying that, I know I was kind of concerned about the defense of Fairy Tail. I was thinking, what about Gildar's? But then I remembered Gildar barely stays here. He's just away half of the time, you know. So, and up until now, Makarov was there, like as the, the like the final defense. But for now, Makarov cannot really fight properly. He's like bound to a wheelchair. He's not that strong. He's gotten old. So, the only one who could protect Fairy Tail in times of its need for now is Laxus and Erza. So Erza, when she had to go on the journey, Erza was very concerned about Fairy Tail, which makes sense. And she didn't know how much faith she could put on Laxus. But now that she has seen with her own eyes, she's like, yeah, everything will be fine. There won't be any problems. Right. Okay, and there you go. That was that. Now, so there's only I think two orbs left. Yeah, three of them has been broken. One, two, three, four, five. Two more orbs left. So two more orbs left. One orb is obviously here in front of Natsu. So and while all of this is happening, Toka is getting affected by the white mage again, and the white mage is like, "Oh, give me back the body." So she reverts back. She reverts back to Toka, the white mage, and yeah, interesting how she calls Natsu Natsu-sama. I don't understand this part because I don't think someone like the white mage is going to call Natsu as a sama. So the fact that she still calls Natsu as Natsu-sama makes me think that she hasn't been able to properly and completely take over Toka. There's still Toka's way of speaking. Like she calls him Natsu-sama. So that's why probably unconsciously even the white mage is calling him Natsu-sama. Because the white mage has been alive for so long. Why the hell would she call Natsu as Natsu-sama? It makes no sense. Yeah. So either way, she's like, oh, Natsu-sama, you're here, and yeah, like all we need to do is wait for this orb and the other orb to get broken. And Toka, the white mage here, starts using her whiteout, starts taking away Natsu's power. And here she kind of explains how it's not that she's trying to take all power, but she's trying to take all, power where a lot of power is concentrating. Fairy Tail is one of them. Fairy Tail is a place where a lot of power is concentrating, and she thinks that is evil. Which I guess it makes sense because, as they say, whenever there's something in excess, most of the time nothing good comes out of it. If like some group or whatever gets extra strong, there'll be 90% of chance that they fall into evil, do something that makes them into a tyrant. So in that sense, I guess you could say why white mage is trying to take away Fairy Tail's power exactly because of that reason. But obviously what she's doing is not okay, and her method is wrong. But I feel like we'll probably get to see in the future that I'm sure she has some kind of a past where she probably got, I don't know, exploited because of someone who had a lot of amount of power, maybe, and maybe she has some kind of a past where a lot of things were taken from her because of maybe someone or some group who had a lot of power, and that's why now she's like, oh, I'm not going to let power fester in one place and it'll turn into evil eventually, so I'm going to take all the power wherever there's a lot of them. So yeah, maybe in the future we'll see something like that. But obviously, what she's doing now is obviously not right, you know. But yeah, she's okay. Anyways, yeah. So there you go. She starts taking away Natsu's power. Happy's like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? And Happy, like, does a big brain play. He goes and takes the orb and chugs it towards the white mage. White mage gets hit by it and starts crystallizing, and kind of her power gets interrupted. Her attempt to take Natsu's power gets interrupted, and like Happy grabs Natsu and leaves. And Natsu's like, how did you know that? At which Happy says, like, if you remember, she herself mentioned that she herself cannot do anything and break the orbs. That whole scene where Toka showed them what the white mage was saying. That whole section when they kind of remote hacked her, if you remember, like through Juvia. So obviously that is something that the white mage said to them, the Fairy Tail members. She didn't know that was getting leaked. So since that got leaked, we have the information now, or they had the information where Toka's the white mage said that I cannot do anything about the orb, so you guys have to destroy it. So now that like Happy knows about that, he put two and two together and came to the conclusion that the orb is probably bad for her. So he took a gamble and threw the orb towards Toka, like, and we saw what happened. Yeah, and in the end, Happy leaves with Natsu, and Happy's like, don't worry, Toka, I'll be back, and save you. Yeah. Right, and they're off. So I guess we'll have to wait and regroup and get more power. And in the end, you can see Toka the white mage tries to, like, move and touch the orb, but there's like some kind of a barrier. It's not letting her. So there you go. And that's how it ended. So let's wait and see how this goes. And well, yeah, I guess the whole Laxus versus Ezra battle has ended. But at the end of the day, yeah, the orb got broken. So yeah, it doesn't really matter in that sense. Right, but yeah, we don't have much time, and we have to do this before all the orbs are broken. Two more of them are only left. So there you go. That was it. That was my reaction to episode number 13 of Fairy Tail's 100-Year Quest. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Fairy Tail. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.